Did you know that studies show that students with happy teachers actually do better? So many of us believe that happiness is just a passive emotion. It either comes over you or it doesn't. You don't have any control, but that is simply not true. The reality is, when we look at people who identify as happy or are identified as happy by people around them, there's some practices that a lot of them engage in and some that they avoid that you can learn from today. Happy people usually pay attention to the words that they use. So whether that be the words that they use to themselves in the form of their self-talk, or the words that they use in terms of things that they let out of their mouth and in relationships. Let me give you an example. If you had a rough day today, are you more inclined to say, this was the worst day ever? Or like, man, today was not a good day? If you are more inclined to use more extremist language, it actually can decrease the happiness that you feel. Happy people may not have seen Frozen, but they do channel their best Elsa and let it go. You don't see happy people focusing on the past because they don't have any control over that. They generally focus on the present or on hope for the future. And this point is one that I actually live by, and it's spend less time looking at the news. I know this can sound crazy, and we definitely want to be informed about current events. But the truth is, most of the stuff that actually makes it to the news shows is the negative stuff. Very rarely do you hear about all the great things happening in the world. So if you're watching the news every day or multiple times per day, you're being inundated with more negativity. So if you're like me, you just would avoid the news altogether, or get your little snippets through social media or by reading a newspaper, which generally has a more balanced perspective. But whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're intentionally making an effort to have the feelings that you actually want to feel.